Shout out to TLP Sports Club, baby. Shout out BWB. BWB. Bandwagon Buffs. BWB, baby. Shout out to Bandwagon Buffs. Shout out to TLP Sports, man. Let's go.
TLP Sports, man.
Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon Buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. Look at the bottom of your screen and cop your BWB merch so that you can rep the most educated, well-informed, least delusional fan base in all, and I mean all, of college football. Don't buy the hype. Buy BWB, bandwagon Buffs. All right, family, so I gotta go ahead and get into this video real quick, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Stop the phone. Stop the phone. Hold up. We almost missed this. If I wasn't paying attention, you know TLP Sports, you know me, Harry B. I read between the lines on this channel, but we almost missed this. Nobody else caught it, or did somebody else catch it? I don't really watch other channels that much nowadays, guys, because I'm so busy looking for stories to bring you guys. I'm not saying I don't watch other channels, I'm just saying not as much anymore because I'm so busy. But did anybody else catch this? Let me know in the comments when you hear what I'm about to drop. Yeah, look on your screen. The season starts in this amount of days. 5 days, 11 hours, 28 minutes. And counting. The season starts. Did anybody else get any headlines on your news feeds? ESPN, Fox News, Joe Clax, any of the major news channels that Arizona State Sun Devils lost 2 key players and it's only 5 days, 11 hours, 28 minutes left for the season kickoff? They lost their cornerback. Their cornerback, guys. And they lost a starting linebacker. I dropped the Juju story like 9 hours ago, like 2 a.m. this morning. It's got like 7.1K views already. Within that Juju story, if you're not paying attention, guys, if you're not paying attention to the Juju story, you would just read the Juju story or hear the Juju story and you'd be like, okay, and you will move on. But there's 2 key factors to that Juju story that we missed. Or did we? Let's dig in. Okay, you all know that Juju comes with baggage. For those of you who skipped the Juju story, and what am I talking about? What's the Juju story? If you go to my YouTube channel, the title of the video, if you want to see that Juju story, New Louis arrived in Boulder. Does he bring too much baggage? That's the title of the video. Go watch it. We already know that he brings baggage. The 6'1", 235-pound senior was set to play at Arizona State this season, but was dismissed from the Sun Devils earlier this month. He was dismissed. That's baggage. But the story doesn't end there, guys. If you missed this part of the Juju story, let me remind you guys, and just for those people who don't get what I'm trying to say, this story's buried on ESPN.com, written by the Associated Press. All of the prognosticators, those who take stories, and those who have been prognosticating that Coach Prime is going to get beaten badly by the Pac-12. All of those people that are in the Pac-12, all of those people that write for the Pac-12 and has been writing those headlines about how bad Coach Prime is going to lose. Here it is right here. Why is this news buried, and why this news right here did not come to our conscious? I had to go digging for this information. Dillingham, in his first season as the Sun Devils coach, also dismissed cornerback Isaiah Johnson from the team last week. Did anybody see that headline? Arizona State, that's about to start the season, dismissed 2 starters within 2 weeks. There's 5 days left, 11 hours, 22 minutes, 55 seconds left for the season to start. They lost their cornerback in Isaiah Johnson, because when they say also dismissed cornerback Isaiah Johnson, I don't know if Isaiah Johnson was a starter. Usually the people that make news are important key players. Tell me in the comments if you think I'm right or not. Okay, I'm just saying, if they make the news, they're usually key players that make the news. A 4th string cornerback or somebody who doesn't necessarily contribute to the team, nobody cares, nobody know their name, they usually don't make the news. Again, that's speculation, okay? Isaiah Johnson, cornerback, he's gone. Juju Mitchell, linebacker, starting linebacker. He was supposed to start the season. Juju Mitchell was a key factor with Arizona State. Key linebacker, somebody who led his team in tackles. Mitchell was expected to be a starter at Arizona State after transferring from Tennessee. Mitchell was expected to be a starter. They lost a starter within days of the season starting. I know they got other linebackers, but this is a key player. If you're losing a starter within days of the season starting, tell me that's not news. Let me put it this way. Coach Prime lose one of his starters within days of the season starting. Tell me that's not going to dominate the news. I want you guys to talk to me on this one. Go to the comments. Let's have a conversation. You lose a starter, a potential starter within days. Tell me if that does not make news when it comes to Coach Prime and the CU Buffs. The whole world would not be flipped upside down, and everybody and their mama would be telling a story about losing 2 key players within days. Some people are saying that Chance Main was not even going to start. In the comments, they're saying there was a discussion about him playing a different position, or they were encouraging him to switch positions. He didn't want to switch. There's rumors that he was injured because Jake from DMVR Buffs tweeted that he was dealing with injury. We don't know the circumstances. We don't know what was happening. All we know is that he was gone. If he wasn't that big of a player or that big of a contributor and he wasn't going to start, the news of him made headlines. Multiple channels, including myself, made a video about Chance. So you're telling me that Kenny Dillingham loses his cornerback and lose their linebacker, and there's no major news that talks about that? For those of you who are about to come for me, oh, Harry B, you know, you wilding, you reaching. I get that a lot, and I understand it. It's okay. This is Power 5 football. There's like 5 starters on that team, and the next guy up can replace him just like that. Oh, really? Is it really? Is that how it really works? Power 5, every linebacker is a starter. Every linebacker is a potential starter. So tell me that's the news. You keep in mind now that these teams are supposed to beat us. We're going all the way back. Every team in the Pac-12 is supposed to beat us, okay? We're supposed to get demolished, wiped off the planet with every single team. So riddle me this, Batman and Robbins, okay? Please riddle me this. You're telling me that the players that are on their team that would project it, the players that they were using to base their proclamations of us losing, if they lose those players, you telling me that there's no news, there's no analysis that's going to say, oh, they just lost this guy that we were counting on that defense to beat Colorado and Deion Sanders. You're telling me that that story doesn't change? Also, the story stays the same because their depth was that deep? Come on now. Come on. Give me a break, bruh. Give me a break, yo. 2 key players. Cornerback. If we lose Travis Hunter, I'm telling you, if we lose Travis Hunter or we lose Cromani McLean, if we lose one of those key players, a potential starter, I'm not saying we don't have depth and we don't have the pieces to fill in the blank, but if we lose one of those key players, this team is not going to be the same. We need all of those players that we know are our key players or our key factors to have the success that we're going to have this season. If we lose one of them, I'm telling you, our season is not going to be the same. We have depth in certain positions, but let's be frank, the depth does not go that deep. A lot of these teams in the Pac-12 are on borrowed time. We're on borrowed time. Trust me, we are on borrowed time. Any of their key players leave, something happens to any of their key players, it's not going to be the same. So I'm just saying, I'm just going to throw it out there for all you college football fans, for all of you guys who understand how this stuff works, how analysis proclamations work. So you're telling me it's not plausible to say that because they lost potential starters, that doesn't change the conversation about them beating us? Now we have one of their starters. More to come back. Come here. Juju Mitchell was the starter and the leading tackler on his team. That guy is a dog. I told you about how his shorts were rolled up. Look at Juju. Look at his presence that he brings. Look at his presence, his swagger. Tell me that guy is not a problem. If you tell me that dude's not a problem, then I don't know what you'd be looking at when it comes to football and human being evaluation. Just look at him. He's like, oh, by the way, don't remember this number. He ain't from New York, but he got that New York swagger, bruh. The first time I came to New York, anybody tell me their name? Oh, yo, I'm Mitchell, bruh. Yo, remember the name. What? Wait, what? I'm from Maryland. I'm from the South. Went to school at UNC Greensboro, okay? I got that humpback where we move a little slower. Things are a little slower back, in the South. We're confident, but we have that silent confidence. It's not that bombastic, in your face type of confidence. I know who I am. I'm a beast, and I want you to know that too, that New York has. So when you come to New York, yo, my name's Mitchell. Yo, and remember that name. You heard me? I'm looking around like, wait, what? Remember your name? What are you talking about? I never heard that in my life, but I say it now. After many years in New York, I ain't got no humpback no more. I walk standing straight up, hair straight up. I can do street interviews with anybody. I don't care who you are. I'm stepping. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. All right? My confidence grew exponentially when I came to New York, so I had that swagger. Mitchell has that New York swagger. It ain't gotta be a New York thing. I know there's swagger everywhere. Other cities and states got their own swagger. I know. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, guys? So don't come for me on that, okay? The South own y'all in hip-hop and all that stuff. I know y'all want to come for me for that, whatever, okay? Y'all got swagger too, South. I was educated in the South. Stop playing with me. But I'm just saying, so we just gonna ignore that factor? We're just gonna overlook that factor. They lost 2 key players. There's no headlines. There is no pandemonium. There's nothing that says, oh my goodness, their season could be over. Oh my goodness, it's over for Killing Dillingham and his Sun Devils. Nothing? Really? Is that the Dion effect? Is that the Prime effect? Somebody help me out in the comments, please, because I want to understand it. Because I know that if we lost 2 key players, there will be pandemonium. Like straight up, there will be pandemonium, especially when it's this close to game time. For those of you who are going to say, oh, we have a lot of depth, we can lose 2 or 3 players and we still be fine. Like, bruh, you're not reading the articles I'm reading. You are not paying attention. You are not consuming as much data and metadata that I'm consuming to bring you these videos, okay? Bruh, I'm a reporter now, okay? The amount of data that we have to consume to bring you these videos, the amount of information that we have to sift through, and some videos don't even make the light of day because we feel like there's not enough meat there. All the data and the stuff that we read about these players and how they are, now I understand why certain people say what they say when they make their analysis or they make their proclamations about a team. Because you're looking at the data. Yeah, there is heart. You can't measure heart. You can't measure certain things. Yes, I understand that factor. But when you consume this amount of data, the research that other people put in, that you go and you try to dig in, you're good at reading between the line, understanding the player's mentality, their mental capability, and what they were able to do last year versus their new coach, his motivation, what he's able to add. When you do that kind of stuff, guys, I'm telling you, we got to get more respect to some of these sports writers. We got to get more respect to some of these prognosticators, okay? So I got a lot of respect for the prognosticators, but you have to understand my stance has always been, I would trust you if you kept it fair when it comes to the Colorado Buffaloes. You can prognosticate, but it is not fair when you apply something to the Colorado Buffaloes that you don't apply to the other team, especially when they're losing people and you don't say anything about it. That's where it's unfair, because I know that if we lost a starter, a potential starter, okay, let me just put that key word. I don't know how deep they are in the linebackers room, but I know that if it's a starter, that person was supposed to be a key factor, which was going to get you a lot of tackles to get your offense back on the field, okay? The defense is very important because the longer their offense stays on the field, the more potential for touchdowns and for them to win that game. You want to get them off the field as fast as possible. That's why linebackers matter. That's why safeties and everybody that's a key player on that defense matters, because we want them to go 3 and out. That's it. You're out of here. So you're telling me that they're losing potential starters and there's nobody going crazy about it. Is that not a story? I think that's a story. Save all of your, this is Power 5, they got 10 men down the line and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Save all of that. Everyone that saw Juwan play, everyone that saw Juju play, chime in. He's a journeyman. 6 years? He's a journeyman, right? So he's been all over the place. Chime in. He was hurt for 1 season. Let me know. You're like, oh, he's not that dog. He's not that guy. He was a good player, but trust Harry B, you're reaching. Okay, listen, I love discussions. I love it. And when I tell you guys, be respectful, let's have a conversation, it doesn't give you a license to come for me and then think that I'm not going to come for you. That's not the license, okay? Some people have tried it. Oh, I'm a supporter, but it seems like when somebody disagrees with you, then it seems like you get disrespectful and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be a BWB anymore. Oh, okay. So I'm giving you a free license to come for me and tell me stuff like, oh, where do you get your information from? Who do you think you are? That's not a license to come and disrespect me because I do my homework. So you can't just come at me in any way. You can't come at me from left field and thinking that I'm not going to come for you. If you're respectful, I'll be respectful. If you come for me, I'm going to come for you. I don't care how long you've been a BWB. Listen, we're going to go at it, but don't get all soft and get all sensitive on me when you come for me and then I come for you. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You can't get all sensitive and soft on me when you're using disrespectful language and expect me not to say anything because you've been a BWB from day one. That's not how this works, guys. Keep in mind the language that you use. Language is important. If you tell a man, where do you get your information from? Those are fighting words, bruh. Those are fighting words. When I say fighting, I'm not talking about anything physical. Where you get your information from, that's telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. So if you tell me where I get my information from, I'm going to tell you, listen, who are you to tell me what I get my information from? You guys know that I quote sources here. I go to newspapers, sports writers, all these people that have data, that have research teams at their companies. When they write these stories, I bring these stories because I understand that they have the research capabilities that we don't have as YouTubers. That's why I go to these stories. The ESPNs, the Tony Casolos, at the Buffalo's Wire, those people have resources that we don't have. When I say said be respectful, that doesn't mean that I'm giving you a free license to say whatever you want to say to me, and because you're a BWB, you've been supporting the channel, I'm just gonna sit back and let you disrespect me. That ain't gonna happen, brethren. Don't start getting all soft and be like, oh, you disrespect, I thought we was cool. Nah, it's sports talk. It's sports talk. I'm not saying anything go, but it's sports talk. I got feelings, guys. I got feelings. I got feelings. I do have a lot of insecurities. If you haven't realized, I have insecurities. It's all out there. I got baggage just like everybody else, okay? So if I feel like you attacking me, I'm gonna attack back. I'm working on it. God is working on me, okay? Because God's like, look, if I'm gonna use you, you can't be attacking people. You can't be soft Harry B. You gotta have thick skin. I get it. I keep telling y'all I'm working on this stuff. But while I'm working on it, don't expect me to let every single rock that hits me go, okay? Give me some chance to live. But we gotta have conversations in the comments about what's going on. Why is it that when we lose pieces, it makes news, it makes headline, but when they lose pieces, oh, they're gonna be just fine. The measurement, the barometer, okay, the ruler that's being used, it only stops with Coach Prime. I'm just trying to put this out there, guys. I'm just trying to say, let me know if you agree, man. Let me know if you agree or you disagree. Common sense is not common, because that's what I'm trying to apply. It's common sense to say, oh, if they're losing key pieces, but they're supposed to beat us, you were taking that key piece and you were saying this key piece is one of the reasons why they will beat you. But then what happens if they lose that piece? Nothing? Nothing? Max Duggan? Gone? Nothing? Huh? TCU still gonna beat us? Even though Max Duggan is not there? The key piece that helped them to get to the natty. The key piece that helped them to get to that championship game. They lose it and they're still good? They're still gonna get there? The quarterback that they benched, okay? The quarterback that they benched to put Max Duggan in, who then carries them through the season, through an undefeated season. That quarterback is now their starting quarterback. So you're telling me that he's better now, right? That Mitchell's not gonna go get him. You're telling me that Juju's not gonna go get him. Juju's not gonna knock him on his butt if he starts for us. I cannot count Juju as part of our team, not yet, until I know that he's really there. Because this is weird. I mean, I can't. Their quarterback that was benched last year is now a superstar, and he's gonna be the guy. I understand those elements. I understand those arguments. But when it comes to us, you guys are not giving us the credit. You're not giving us the credit, guys. A starter just came to our team. A starter from another team just came to our team. We snatched him because apparently Kellen Dillingham did not understand how to team his dog. I'll leave you guys with this. You guys remember Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick? I forget the name of it, but the one where the sun is so bright, it reminds you of that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Total Recall, where the sun can take your skin off. That one. Y'all remember when he was taken to that prison underground, where there is this beast that's ravishing everyone that can tear you apart? And Riddick was able to team to bring that monster under submission, calm him down. One dog to another, one alpha male to another. Understand it. You are either going to practice how we practice, live how we live, be a good person. Say yes, sir, and no, sir. Open doors for people. Be genuinely a good person. Again, be genuinely a good person. That's emphasized. That's the second time. Or do things right, or you are not. Or you are not a good person. So is Coach Prime able to take that beast and team him, that dog, bring him into the fold, give him the right leadership? He'll understand how to be a good person? Could you really believe that Juju's not a good person? I don't know. But what I do know is that some people have a challenge dealing with certain people. I do know that Coach Prime is Riddick. Yes, I said Coach Prime is Riddick. And if everything works out with Juju, with his transcript and with the school, the NCAA ruling body, if they don't impede him getting in his way, find some type of loophole to get him away from Coach Prime, because we know they're good for that, this is going to be a good combination. Let me know how you feel about that or what you think about what I'm saying in the comments. I will see you in the comments. Skull Buffs. Okay, family, that's all I got for this video. I hope you got a little something out of it, but I'm going to leave it right there. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Brah.